too.
Uh-oh. What's this like back? No.
Oh no. Okay, well, all right.
Don't know.
Because I don't think if Ange hops in there,
she can moderate.
She can moderate.
Right. Hello, everyone joining us. We're just trying to get set up. We're on YouTube and TikTok this morning. There's Ange.
I don't know how to get the little invite things off because I don't think Ange will be able to monitor. I don't think I'll be able to monitor. Oh, wow.
All right.
I don't know what to do.
I'm trying to figure out the TikTok thing. We have a couple of boxes because we were inviting people yesterday, but we don't know how to get rid of those boxes. If anybody knows how to do that, what if you like try to swipe it over? No.
Oh, no. Okay. Well,
because that's what they're going to see too, I think.
I can do everything but pin comments. Mirror, pause, live.
Go to settings.
Where's settings?
Down.
Oh, right there.
Hey everyone. Good morning. Good morning, everyone on YouTube. We're just getting set up this morning.
No. Well, good morning, Linda. Good morning, Darlene.
Is that too dark?
I don't know. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Or fix the boxes. It's in the live settings. I don't know. Okay.
Live settings. Tell us where the live settings are. I should probably turn that off. Sorry. Good morning, everyone. We're just getting set up this morning.
It's been a busy been a busy morning already. So, comment settings, locked accounts. No. Dude, I'm like technologically.
Tap settings. Choose your preference. The following settings.
What's this? That's not what I wanted. Crap. Okay. Sorry. I'm bad at swearing. Okay.
All right. We're just we're working on getting the TikTok fixed. You guys just hang tight. Good morning. Good morning, Jamie, Lisa, Ashley, Erica.
Good morning. Good morning.
Garden Goddess. Who's that? That name sounds familiar.
It does.
We had a hard time getting here.
What happened?
So did we.
Yeah. Same.
How to adjust your live settings on TikTok. Click the icon as the picture shown. Live quality. Adjust the video quality. Why can't you find the live option on TikTok? Your account has not yet. Oh,
I'll see if she's. I'm like bothering her this early in the morning. I was like, absolutely have to.
Who?
Tia.
Oh, I already messaged Tia this morning to get this on the.
Hey, Tia, how do I get these boxes to go away?
Good morning. I'm trying to figure the TikTok.
I'm trying to figure out how to get the boxes on the side to go away, and I don't know how.
We had people joining us yesterday on TikTok, and so we had the live boxes. So we're trying to get those fixed up. Hopefully you guys are just settling in and comfy. I don't like that. That's cute.
Are we accepting? Are we accepting?
Okay.
Volunteers to help with the rescue. Just
turn off the guest requests.
Let me try.
Okay. Yes, there it is. Okay, I think we got it.
This? You think?
Maximum number of spots. Switch. Yay! I
mean, they're still there.
Still boxes. Stand by. Okay, Tia, we're getting close. Let's try it again. We were close there. Good morning, everybody. Burton and Helix are watching too. I love that, Diane.
Birdie. Oh, and Heel.
That's so fun. I love Helix.
He's so cute.
I got to take care of Helix at Claiborne. He's such a sweet baby.
Burton is literally perfection. Oh, Lee, you're from Wisconsin?
All right. You guys just give us a few more seconds. We're trying to figure out the TikTok live. Go back where you were. I feel like we were so close. You were down here. Guests.
Oh, wait. Is it this?
Hosts.
Hold on.
No. Go back.
I lied. How do I go back? Oh, wait.
Guests. That button.
This?
Yeah. The settings. Right above it, the sun. Give us just a second. Multi-guest. No. By default. Show available spot. Viewers will see an available spot in the layout. Let's turn that off. All right. Okay.
No.
We don't know. Good morning, everyone. We're still just trying to figure out how to get these invite boxes off of the TikTok.
We'll figure it out.
But recognize your voices and tried to eat the phone.
Pipples, Pearlies, and more. Oh, is that Tia?
And then hit up the top. Hit settings.
Pretty sure you click the little pink and blue people at the bottom.
Okay, we did that.
And then hit the right top. I'm like, who is that at the bottom? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm on that. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Hit the what? What is that?
I can't. Hold on, let me get on my phone and see if I can watch the live because I can't read the comments once I pull it up.
Wait, how pass it up?
Oh no!
Wow! Sorry about that.
We're a mess over here. It's fine.
All right, we're only 10 minutes in. You guys just hang in with us. We're just trying to get the TikTok working before we get started. We have a full lineup of news this morning of everything going on for VRC. So we're excited to share it all.
Oh, it's because I'm on.
We'll just go down it and then the top right is the icon that should be settings. Okay, we made it that far.
Yeah.
We made it to the settings part, but it doesn't give us an option of like no people. No invites.
I clicked no invites, but then like the little invite, like people keep popping up on the side.
If you Google it, it'll show.
Yeah.
We tried to Google it.
We tried.
Okay. Was it terrible on y'all's end or is it okay?
I think the only issue that's going to be is that nobody can pin, like Ange can't pin things, which.
Go back in where we were. All right, we're going to try it one more time on TikTok and then we're going to get moving.
Yeah.
I like how the past adopters have a way to keep in touch and be interactive. It's like a family. Yes, Erica, it is. We even have a Facebook page. When you adopt, you become an alum. Turn off multi-guest. And all of the adopters share the pictures and information of their dogs.
Diane, eat the phone. Like babes. You acknowledge you may not. Okay, so should I just do that?
Maybe. That didn't do anything.
No. Oh my god. I hate technology.
Moderators allow moderators to manage guys allow requests from viewers. There should be always show layout and available spots. No.
Panel.
Go to grid.
No.
All right, go back. Everyone, bear with us. We're so close. We're just trying to figure out the TikTok. We went live. Is that it?
Is that it? Did I do it?
I think so. Did you know what you did?
I have no freaking idea.
I know you did that really fast. Okay.
Did I do it? Oh, okay, cool.
Can you guys? Is it all one screen? Great. Okay.
I love that. Thank you.
Good morning, Villalobos. Now we can get started.
Yeah, we sure can.
Okay. So, but for real, good morning. This is Good Morning Villalobos with Katie and Jenna. We are live on TikTok and on YouTube, so you'll kind of see us going back and forth between the two. Good Morning Villalobos is a news show for Villalobos Rescue Center that goes over all things dogs and all things VRC. This is a much better screen.
I love
it.
Nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
We have a tablet now for our TikTok.
Because otherwise you were like seeing me go like this.
Yeah, we were squinting to read. So today we have a full lineup of news, lots going on. So we'll just jump right in. We'll read your comments as we go. You guys make sure to like as you go, hit the heart button on TikTok, do all the things, share it, because it's going to be about an hour and a half worth of news. It's a lot of information. So a lot of people have asked, like, oh, we just want to hear about the dogs. We want to talk about all things, the dogs. There's not one stop shop for everything going on. It's confusing. Well, this kind of brings it all in one place. We have the newsletter, and so this kind of follows the newsletter, and we just talk about all the things. So there's also ways to donate while you're on TikTok and on the YouTube. So anytime on
you said the YouTube.
On the old YouTube. I'm so old. So if you want to donate while we're live, we'll shout you out and give you a big thank you for that. So, all right, let's get started. This was a big week for rescues. Actually, we had a lot going on. The first rescue that we're going to talk about, we'll get to that one, is a wolf dog husky mix rescue that happened out in the country with M2. We have a picture here. We haven't quite mastered.
Look at it.
Oh, for both angles.
Both angles. Can y'all see this? Okay.
We haven't really mastered. We would like to be able to get to a place where we can pull these up on the screen, but for now, we're printing pictures because we're old school. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. This is so much fun. So this is a husky mix, and M2 sent us a little briefing on it. So it says this beautiful husky mix was around a neighborhood for a few days. Animal control tried getting her, but she was too timid. The ACO asked Villalobos to keep a lookout, and they spotted her. M2 spotted her when she was leaving the vet. So she stopped when she realized she was near a house that a male lab in the house next door, because the carport had shade, so she was probably really hot. M2 said she tried a few times getting close and also using the lab to try to bring the dog in. She would get close, but then would spook. So M2 decided the next best thing and the calmest thing to do was get the trap and move her into the shaded area. So she said after letting her settle, hiding behind the carport, she finally went into the trap and they caught her. She was extremely smart, went into the trap a few times prior without it even setting off. What a pretty dog.
She's gorgeous.
M2 said she is very timid right now and needs to decompress before we can really even work with her, and that we're going to get her DNA tested and see exactly what she is. So this was one of our first rescues for the week.
Yeah. She's beautiful. Looks like she's got two different color eyes too.
Yeah, it does. The next one, and we're going to be doing little Life with the Underdog series because we recorded and videoed all the rescues that we're talking about today. So you'll be able to see more of that, the videos and the pictures and everything as we go. You want to talk about, I accidentally printed this face so big. This is our next little rescue, successful. It took us a while, but
it took us about a month.
Look at this bit. This is a mom and a baby.
The baby.
All right.
So we caught the baby. I believe it was like March 30th. One of the neighbors to our old building on Claiborne in the city contacted me and said a mama dog and a puppy were running down the street right by our old building. So Kyle and I ran over and we were able to get the baby pretty quick. She was terrified. I actually never been bit by something so young before. But she was like freaking out. She was infested with fleas. She had internal parasites. Very pale. But I got her home, and my daughter Amelia immediately, she loves when we have puppies in rough condition, and she will immediately jump in and she bathes them, and she was picking every single flea. I mean, there were like hundreds.
Poor thing.
She just sat in the bathtub with her and was just picking them off, and yeah. So she named her Churro. She sleeps with Amelia. Loves. It's a love at first sight with them. So
I actually printed a picture of them together.
Yeah.
This is from the newsletter, but this is Jenna's daughter with the puppies. So adorable.
So yeah, so that's Churro's little story. So we had her, pretty much right away. The mama dog, we actually just got her like last weekend, finally. We tried trapping. We tried so many different ways to get her. But anytime Kyle and I kind of showed up and there was a kind of a crowd of us, she wasn't really interested in getting close. So I brought over a crate, a slip lead, a bunch of wet food, treats to the guys. And she was starting to get kind of comfortable with them. So then Friday? I got a call from Nelson, and he said, "Hey, I got her." Yep. She was starting to get so comfortable with them when they would leave the property. She was starting to follow their vehicles into traffic, and it's so busy right there. It's like a main street there, so we were all freaking out that she was gonna get hit by a car. So we were all just kind of like, let's, we
gotta get her.
We gotta figure out a different route. She wasn't going in the trap. She wasn't going into the offices. Didn't matter what we did. She wanted to stay no closer than 20 feet from all of us. So I even tried to show her puppy. Booked it the other way, which
no,
I kind of feel that, girl. I feel that.
Like, here's your kids, and she was
here's
like,
your kids. No,
absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Sweet baby.
But she is doing amazing now. She's still pretty shy, but overall, she was heartworm positive, so we're starting that process with her, and she's so sweet. Loves to she lets us pick her up. She hugs your arm. Cute. She's so cute.
They're so cute.
So
we're gonna be doing a life with the underdogs on this story as well. So you'll be able to kind of follow the videos and everything during the actual rescues and some information with Jenna. I love this little face. I can't even with
She's
that.
So cute. Her ears are wild.
All right. And then the last rescue mission that we went on this week, we'll try not to go too deep into it because we did do a live while we were out there at the rescue this week, trying to look for these two dogs. These were two pit bull dogs out on Michaud Boulevard. Michaud Boulevard out in New Orleans East. Not the best location. I think we made that very clear in our lives earlier this week. So this one we went out there, Jenna, me, Perry, and Kyle, and the DOT worker had been communicating with Jenna on that. And we went to the location where the dog was. There was a third dog out there as well that was deceased, and so we brought that dog back with us because it was fairly newly deceased. And I don't even know how you say that wording on that. But it was hard. It was really traumatizing. We went out there a couple times during the next couple days, left water and food. They were all untouched. So we were not able to get these dogs. We're still in communication with the DOT worker. They're still helping us look for them out there. But these dogs are still on the loose, and unless someone picked them up or, something happened, but they're not in that location from what we can tell anymore. While we were out there, there were several other dogs that were in bags. They were also deceased, and just that location, that whole process was devastating. So sometimes, rescue isn't always a happy ending. And in this situation, it felt like that because it was like there was all of this death going on, but we were like, well, if we could just at least find these 2 dogs, then we would feel like it was a win.
Yeah.
But we left without them. And so, it's not always, like we said, a happy ending. This was very eye-opening for me in terms of rescue. It was probably the hardest thing I've ever seen.
It was different. Like I said on the other live, I've done many rescues, but I mean, and Tia's talked to me about the Michoud Boulevard before. I've always done rescues like on the highway, not like off the exit. So that, and like witnessing like all of that and the smell, it was something I have never, it was like apocalyptic.
It was the energy, all of that, just the whole experience set with us for a couple of days. I mean, it took days really for me to just like process it all and like shake off that negative energy. So I saw that live. Michoud rescue broke my heart. Made me sick. Yeah, Elena.
And I think collectively between the initial bags we found, I think,
was it 6?
Yeah, we found 6 bags of deceased, like individually bagged dogs.
Yeah. So. Perry was thinking because of that location that it might be like dog fighting, where they're fighting to the death, and that's where these people are dumping these dogs afterwards. Maybe it's all one person doing that. I'd hope that there's not, that many terrible
that's
people
where they
in this
found
world.
a rescue of a white pit bull named Artemis.
Yeah.
And I think like we had another dog named Alicia that was rescued out there.
Perry was telling me about while we were in that location, and he was like, this is exactly where we were during one of the rescues that he was on. Everyone's like, thank you, for what you've done with these babies. So we're still trying on these dogs here. Really, I mean, they're just beautiful dogs.
They're gorgeous.
So that one was hard. Okay, so that was our rescues for the week. Each week, we'll have different rescue stories if we have them. We'll share that with you guys. The next thing we're going to go over, our next segment, is the VRC programs. So most of you guys know that Jen and I run the virtual adoption and sponsor programs here at Villalobos. If you aren't familiar with those 2 programs, we really push them hard because they are so important for the dogs and the employees. We'll go over what those 2 programs are. So the virtual adoption program is for dogs who are adoptable, but they haven't been adopted yet, so they're waiting for their forever home, and you can virtually adopt them. When you do that, it's the virtual adoption fee is $300, which covers the adoption fee. So when that dog gets adopted, the fee is waived. So that's really awesome. But I like to think that the best part of the program is the care packages that get sent for these dogs. So once you become a virtual adopter, you can send care packages. Each dog has their own Amazon wish list that Jenna curates, and you can send care packages to them, and then the staff tries to take pictures when those care packages come in. We also unbox all of your care packages live now once a month. So that's kind of fun for us to do as well. You get invited into a virtual adoption group who's super close knit. And if anybody's in here that's in the virtual adoption group with us, you can share your stories. And that's where you're going to find all your updates on your dog, your pictures, your videos, and all of that. To become a virtual adopter, you can just go online to the website, vrcpitbull.com, and you can scroll through their profile pictures, and any dog who doesn't have a name under them. When you become a virtual adopter, we add your name under it on the website so you can see who the virtual adopter is for that dog. If they don't have a name, then they're available. We have so many dogs that are still available, but we actually have over 100 dogs in the program now, which is so cool. So yeah, if you're not a virtual adopter and you're interested in doing that, then you can go to the website, and then you would email me at vrcvirtualadopter@outlook.com, and all of that information is on the website, and it'll be in the show notes as well. Let's see, we've got some comments. How's Sugar Plum doing after her surgery? She's doing well. Des posted about her yesterday. She said because it wasn't like an internal surgery, she hopes that she'll just kind of bounce back and everything will be all right. If you already filled out an adoption application, but found interest in another dog of interest, should you send a new application?
No, you should. When you hear from Lizzie about your application, just kind of like throw at her like who you're interested in. Again, with the adoptions, they go off of like what your lifestyle is, and we, do deep checks on like what your life is like, if you have kids, if you have cats, all of the things, because we want to set up our dogs for success and to make sure that their homes are perfect for them and for you.
Mm-hmm.
So
don't fill out another application.
Yeah, just
get
let them
back
know.
with them. Jamie said it's an incredible program. This is definitely the best part of the program. I'm having a blast sending my 2 sponsor dogs and my 1 virtually adopted dog packages. Thanks, Cam. Okay, so that's the virtual adoption program. The cool thing is last week we're going to go over some more dogs today that are available for adoption and virtual adoption. But last week we went over a couple dogs, and some of you guys picked them up for virtual adoption. So that was really cool. So Hancock got virtually adopted last week. So we love that. Hancock is out in the country, and his brother's out there with them, and his brother was virtually adopted. So I love that Hancock is virtually adopted. So this was a success from last week's show. Peach also was on last week's show, and you guys picked her up to be virtually adopted. So we love that. No, Laura, no more sightings of the dogs from last week that we were trying to rescue. One of my girls, Raynell, was on last week, and she was virtually adopted.
So I think out of 5, we got 3 of them.
We got 3, yeah. So we did 5 last week, and 3 of them got virtually adopted. So this was so awesome. So this week we're going to go over a couple more dogs that are available for adoption and virtual adoption. We got to meet, you've already met Damien, but I got to meet Damien last week. Damien stays out with his caretaker, Tammy. This is Damien. Oh my gosh, I'll get a little closer and I'll do both sides. Look at that face.
He's a senior.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to give a little information on Damien.
Damien, we've had him for a while. He definitely has aged since the last time he was with me in New Orleans, and then he moved out with Tammy, and he is super spunky, loves balls, loves to play. He is not a fan of other dogs, but he is so sweet and so loving, and I mean, you can't really tell with the picture, but like his eyes like speak to you.
Yeah.
And he's just so loving and affectionate.
Mm-hmm. This is a really sweet dog. And again, Damien's a senior, so he's part of our senior program. We can talk a little bit more about that. But if anybody is interested in a senior, Damien's available for virtual adoption and adoption. I just love that face. I can't
He's
even
so
with
cute.
it. Yeah, we went out and took some pictures of the dogs over at Tammy's last week. Or God, I don't even know. Was that last week?
I don't know.
I don't even know. And Damien was one of them. I just love it. Okay.
He's so funny.
Gordy was also one of them, and I fell in love with Gordy. So Gordy's available for virtual adoption and adoption. Tell us a little bit about Gordy.
He's a hoot. Gordy, when I had him with me in the city, I mean, I've worked with him for years. He is a senior. He is actually friends with Barney, who's a sponsor dog. They snuggle on the couch, and they have like a bromance going on.
Yeah, they definitely do.
It's like the cutest thing. Gordy does have like kind of a little bit of like a bowed leg from an old injury that healed. The funny thing about Gordy So he yodels.
Has a voice.
He loves
to
sing and yodel. And it is an acquired taste. I love it. I used to call it Gordy o'clock. He used to hear me like pull up when I had him in this
instead of yodel.
Oh my god, why did I never think of that? Oh my god,
that's so funny.
I just called it Gordy o'clock. He would hear my car pull up, and there was Gordy.
Yeah.
He is hilarious, absolutely hilarious.
How old is Gordy?
He's got to be 10, 11.
Look how young he looks.
I mean, yeah.
This is a great picture for him.
He's gotten some gray now, but oh my god.
And we're trying to update all the pictures on the website, so that's why we're going out and taking new pictures of all the dogs.
I want to hear Gordy yodel. I'm gonna ask because
I bet we can get
I used to have video in one of my old phones, but I lost all of my old videos. But yeah, his yodeling is amazing.
Yodeling.
I love it. I love boisterous dogs. Sometimes.
So Gordy is available to virtually adopt and adopt. If you're interested in adoption, go to the website. If you want to virtually adopt, you can email me. Let's see, Zelda, what a great idea. A live stream. We're so happy you're doing it again. Good morning, Jenna. Good morning, Katie. I want to hit the line. Okay.
Have a
singing segment. That would be so funny.
Well, Hicks will be on that one.
Oh my gosh. We should just do a whole live on Hicks. Okay, this one's Perkins. Look at these ears for those who like to comment on dog ears. Perkins, let's see. Perkins was in the newsletter this week. So this dog is a year and a half old. So those other two were a little bit older. So this one's younger. Perkins is always stealing our hearts with sweet nature and goofy charm. She's confident, dog friendly, and loves people of all ages. Truly everyone's best friend. So super adoptable. Perkins is the queen of belly rubs. This is so cute. Just wait until she flops onto her back with the adorable smile. She has a signature head tilt. Oh yeah, we have some pictures of her doing the head tilt. I think it's on the website. She loves her toys, happy to entertain herself as well, and her big expressive ears. Satellite reception. That's funny. Okay, if you're looking for a loyal, loving, and playful pup to complete your family, Perkins is your girl. So Perkins is available for virtual adoption as well as adoption. That's a really good looking dog.
She's cute.
Yeah.
It's like a brindleish, like a light brindleish.
Yeah, this picture doesn't really
do it justice.
No, when you go to the website, you can really see her colors. Let's see. Good morning from Indiana. Yeah, everybody loves naturally erect ears.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. The next. Oh, this dog is so
meaty.
cute.
This is a meaty
I know. This dog talks to me. I love spotted dogs, but now I also love meaty dogs. This is Yanni. Oh my god. This is what's funny about us. Like when we start talking, this is when we light up.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, yes.
Look at this amazing specimen here.
Yeah, we could talk about this is when we could talk about dogs forever.
Yeah.
When we were redoing the website, we just went through like each individual picture and we were like,
oh my god,
look at that dog. Look
that's
at that
attractive.
dog. Yeah, that's an attractive dog. Yanni was on the newsletter this week as well. It's why we're featuring. Yanni's a 3.5-year-old bundle of joy, ready to bring a whole lot of love and energy into your life. Yanni is the life of the party, confident, playful, always wearing a happy grin, dog-friendly, kid-friendly, ages 7+, loves meeting new people, chasing toys, splashing in water. Wow, just doesn't that sound like
I love a water dog.
Yeah, such a good, fun dog. If you're looking for a loyal companion who's equally part goofy and sweet, Yanni might be your perfect match. So Yanni is available for virtual adoption and adoption.
He's cute.
This is one. Those two really are like, especially since they're young. A lot of people are, signing up for a senior dog's a thing.
Yeah.
But these two are the last two we just showed are younger dogs, and so super adoptable, friendly with both like dogs. Both were good with other people. Both sounds like both good with kids. This one's certain ages. So hopefully we can get them adopted. If not, virtually adopted would be amazing. Our next one
Oh my god.
is Loop. We both love this dog so much.
Loop.
If you want to give a whole rundown, the pictures didn't pull up on the website. I meant to ask you on this one. We can look at it, but this is the only one that I had. So this is a really beautiful dog and a special dog.
We didn't even know we were going to, Kyle.
What did he say?
He said you guys are matching shirt colors.
I know. I was like, do you have the same shirt on as me? And I was like, oh no, but same colors.
And then Salem also had the same color on today too.
It's a green day.
It's fine. So Loop is a husky mix thing. He is actually special needs. He's paralyzed-ish. He does have a wheelchair and hates it, but he does get around. He's actually way more mobile since we moved him from the city out to where he's at.
Kyle, Green Day.
God dang it.
Yeah, he did it.
And he is hilarious. He is fun police. If any of the dogs are getting a little too vocal or whatever, he's telling them off.
Like, you need to quiet down.
He's like, everybody, it's nap time. He's the boss. He like
really
howls.
Good with kids too.
Salem
loves
children.
Yes. Yeah.
He's a clown.
Yeah. A lot of personality.
Loves dogs. Loves other dogs. He loves cats. He actually lives in a house where they have cats, and sometimes the cats will be like playing, and if they get a little too rowdy, again, fun please, Loop right there.
And because he's so handsy, because he does, like when he's not in the chair, he will pull himself around. So whenever he is trying to get your attention too, he's very much like,
yeah.
And he's got such long, he's a big dog. I mean, not a big dog.
He's probably now, because you don't want a dog in his condition to be like overweight.
Right.
But he's like 40-ish pounds, something like that. And yeah, he like loves to be brushed. He loves to be handled. He lets you pick him up.
Yeah.
He snuggles. He will like smack down if he wants your attention, and he wants it now. He wants a cookie. He's throwing his hands down on the ground. He's hilarious.
So this dog though will need, someone who is interested in special needs. It's somebody who wants to take that responsibility, like Jenna said, comes with a wheelchair. And we'll feature Loop a little bit more as we go on, because it is a good, I mean, it's not a good story, but it is a story to be told.
Yeah.
So Loop is available for adoption and virtual adoption. This would be a wonderful virtual adoption dog. Like, he deserves it.
He really does. And I love him. I love him so much.
In terms of the virtual adoption program, we reached out to some of the virtual adopters to give us feedback on the program, on what they like. This week, we're going to feature Janet, who is Buddy Bear's virtual adopter. And she's saying, what inspired me to be a virtual adopter is that I always look to help dogs in any way I can, to donate to a number of rescues, including the rescue here on Long Island that she volunteers at. She helps run adoption events and do dog applications. She also has a dog that must be the only dog in her home, so she can't have other dogs in the home. So she reaches out and virtually adopts with us. She said the thing she enjoys most is that it gives a dog a chance to get adopted since the fee is covered. So a lot of people do really like that, because I mean, a lot of times people say they can't afford to adopt a dog because of the adoption fee, and so the fee with the virtually adopted dogs are covered. Let's see. That's really it on that one for Buddy Bear. I actually got some updates on Buddy Bear that I'll be posting tomorrow.
Hope you tell us more about him. Tell you more about Loop, is what I'm assuming.
Zelda.
I mean, I can give like a little rundown if you want about how we got him. It's like kind of a long story, but yeah. He came in.
hold this picture up again.
I'll just do this quick, but I'll be updating and we'll be doing like a story about him. Basically we got him in, we were told he was hit by a car, and we rushed him to the vet. We quickly figured out, though, because the way his body was, it did not seem like he was hit by a car.
Like there wasn't trauma.
There was
on.
there was no trauma. The way
blood.
his feet were positioned or whatever, they were not. It wasn't adding up. Got him to the vet, and it's neurological. He was pretty sick. We didn't know if he was going to survive. We did end up finding out that Orlando ended up calling the person that brought him to us and said that he had been hit, and found out that he was her dog. And, he just had some medical issues as a puppy, and
they just weren't willing to take care of him.
Yeah, they just didn't want to take care of him. They couldn't. So he is handicapped, but he is the most happiest dog, I think, ever. Like it doesn't slow him down.
No.
He loves everything and everybody.
And he just has that energy. I mean,
Yeah.
as soon as you walk up, he's happy.
Like, woo!
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he's happy. He's
Right.
like all about it. So he's not in pain. He's not miserable. He's, he is a happy dog.
Right.
He loves the routine he's in. He loves his doggy friends that he's made.
Yes, Carolyn.
He does.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't like it, but they've been working with him on it, and
he gets around without it, which is why just like a handicapped person, you're like, why would I need this if I can do it without? But it is better for him to be in the cart, and so everybody's working on that with him. I'm glad you didn't give up on Loop. I love special needs dogs. Me too.
And he is, oddly enough, like he is crate trained. So like he doesn't have accidents at all. He's a great dog. Like I fostered him for a little bit, and then I moved him to a location. So he's doing amazing, and someone fostered him. He's in like a foster home location. And then he's with other dogs, and he has many doggy friends.
I've met him and love him. Lots of personality. Cynthia.
Yeah, he's a hoot. He's a hoot of a boy.
Yeah, I really do. I want to get out to Mississippi, and we'll do some filming with Loop and do a feature, a Life with the Underdogs, because it is a good story, and it's such a good dog, and it's going to be a perfect dog for somebody's home.
Yeah.
Thank you, Patty, for your donation. I was actually just going to say that before we switch to sponsor dogs, make sure you guys are hearting the TikTok and the TikTok. Golly, I don't know what to say, but liking everything, subscribing to the show, sharing, doing all the things that you're supposed to do while you're watching a live, that helps us out and helps out the rescue. On both platforms, you can donate while we're watching, and while you're watching, if you donate, then we will shout you guys out, like Patty just donated on YouTube. Thank you so much, Patty.
I added Peach's wish list yesterday.
I didn't see her name. Okay.
I did add her yesterday.
So and if you need help finding that,
just,
we'll let you know, or you let us know. We'll help you. Okay, so the next segment is sponsor dogs. Sponsor dogs are dogs that are not adoptable. So virtual adoption dogs, people sometimes get confused with the two programs. Virtual adoption program is adoptable dogs. Sponsor dogs are dogs that are not adoptable. However, sometimes they do get moved which is a good thing, from the sponsor list to the adoptable list. And if that does happen to one of your dogs, make sure you're following along on our Facebook so you can see that information. But most of these dogs have behavior issues or medical issues that keep them with us during that time. So that's why we have multiple sponsors for each dog, because they'll be with us for life. So the first dog, if you want to talk about
Twa. Twa is a behavioral. He is a little rough around the edges. He actually got brought to us 3 different times. That's why his name is Twa. By 3 different people. And the last time we were just like, okay, I guess he's staying.
Yeah.
Like we weren't really supposed to be intaking. But he was just being dumped by our old Claiborne location. It was before we fully moved out of there. They kept bringing him back there, and then somebody else tried to bring him to the location we had on Galvez Street. And then the third time I was just like, I didn't even know. I just sent the picture, and everybody's like, we've turned him away 3 times now. So, here he is, and he's a big, beefy boy.
Yeah, this is a really big dog.
He's about 90 pounds.
As soon as I walked
pounds.
in, Perry and I were like, we want that dog. It just has that.
Beef cake.
Yeah.
He is behavioral. He can be a little hard to do medical with. I've been able to do medical stuff on him. He's hilarious, honestly. Very dopey. Is he part mass? Yeah, he's probably. I would love to DNA test him, honestly, because
he's a big dog.
He's so big.
Yeah. I would think so, but we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I can only assume probably Pit Mastiff.
He is gorgeous. Yes, this is a beautiful dog. So if you guys are interested in sponsoring Twa, that's how you say his name. I always say Troyce. Then you can go to the website and you can go to how you can help and then sponsor a dog. You can do the sponsors through the website. The virtual adoption ones you have to email me personally, but the sponsor ones you can do through the website. The sponsor program is we didn't really talk about that, is also kind of the same thing as the virtual adoption program. But it's a monthly donation that goes in through your PayPal, and then you get invited to a sponsor Facebook, and it's the same dynamic as the virtual adoption. And sometimes we all will come together, sponsors and virtual adoptions, and do lives together.
I guess Facebook or TikTok's freezing up. Is it still freezing up?
Let us know if it's freezing on TikTok, and we can look at that. I'm gonna keep going though.
Keep going.
But the sponsors, it is starting and then repeating stuff. What do you think that means? It's like starting and then maybe we're just repeating stuff, and
that's just possible. We do that a lot.
Okay, let us know for sure if it's working over here on TikTok. Do people still dump dogs at those locations? We do check those locations for that and do drive-bys, but for the most part, New Orleans knows that we're not there any longer. And it's freezing, then goes back and repeats a few times. The Wi-Fi is on a strong bar though.
Yeah. I don't know.
How's the YouTube? Is the YouTube freezing? Can anybody let us know before we keep going?
Are you gonna?
Today we don't have. I can show my dog.
Yeah, show Piggy.
It's fine. Okay, everything's fine on YouTube.
Okay.
So everything's fine on YouTube. If it is glitching over here, it's like I want to start over, but I know that it's like a time thing. You know what I mean? So I would hate to start over. Still doing it. Okay, maybe we should.
Okay,
we're gonna start over on the TikTok. You think?
On the TikTok.
I can't.
Okay.
Give us just a second.
I'm gonna restart TikTok, okay, y'all?
Hang in with us, you guys, on YouTube.
Oh man. My fingers look huge. Dang it. Oh my, I can't reach. Oh my Lord. Stop.
Okay. We're going to try this again. Listen, donation by mail. Don't like the credit card fees. Okay, thank you, Lee. It glitches on YouTube here and there, but not bad. Okay. The weather's kind of weird today, too. It could be because it's cloudy.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try this again on TikTok.
Okay. Well, hopefully.
Thank you guys for hanging with us. Okay, if at any point the TikTok starts acting up, let us know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab some water.
Okay.
While we're waiting. By water, I mean going this way.
I mean, yeah, they could come over to YouTube and watch too. Do y'all have any questions while Katie's getting water? Well, I give up. I don't know. It might just be the service or the... I don't know. I think it's supposed to storm today, isn't it, Kyle?
All right. Is it back in action?
Yeah.
All right.
We've got some peeps up in there.
All right. Everything good? Okay. We'll send an... Okay. Glitches on YouTube in there. Can't TikTok people just come over to YouTube? Yes, they could. I think you guys are great. Thank you, Zelda. I like YouTube better. So if it does glitch over here, you can go to the YouTube. It seems to be doing better on the YouTube. Okay, so again, the spawn. I can't. What did I say? That
the YouTube.
What do you mean?
It makes me giggle.
Go on YouTube. Whatever.
We will be going live more in the coming weeks. I actually plan on doing more like live streams with like the sponsorship dogs. And then yeah.
And we went live yesterday and just kind of chatted dog stuff. People like to talk about dogs, and so do me and Jenna. So it works out really well.
And we got stuff done while we were yapping about dogs.
Yeah, we were doing wish lists, and I was processing virtual adopters. So it's kind of gives you a little bit of an insight. So anyways, with the sponsor stuff, you also get you can also send care packages to your sponsor dogs. And Jenna also does the personalized wish lists for them as well. So it's a great program. This is a wonderful little feature. This is a romance of Willie and River. Mm-hmm. They love each other. They're in a relationship. You can tell us a little bit more about each of them. They're you can sponsor them separately.
Yeah.
But they're together.
They are in love. So Willie came in as a stray a few years ago. He was in really rough condition. He does have like some trauma, just like emotional trauma with like strangers. He's a lot better than he used to be. He did used to do volunteer walks in New Orleans. But you have to have like a calm energy and not like a tough energy with him.
I think he would love me.
He's great. I love him.
I haven't met either one.
I like to grab his like lips and just like
let's just go in a little closer.
He's meaty. He's a meaty boy, and I love a meaty boy.
Face.
Ooh,
yeah.
So Willie just has like kind of a little stranger problem, but he's like actually a really sweet dog. Once you get to like, he trusts you. He has a pretty decent sized little fam. River actually was born at the rescue. She is a senior now. She has always been extremely shy and fearful and just a little bit more like stranger danger, doesn't want to get close. She does not like change to her routine at all.
Same, girl.
Usually when I go out there, I have to wear my hair a certain way. And if I forget to do that, like if I wear my hair down, the dogs aren't used to me having my hair down, with it being as long as it is now. So
they're like,
she gets freaked out.
Yeah.
So I have to wear my hair up, or it takes her like 10 minutes to figure it out. It's me. And like I have like a way to talk to her. So I'll be like, really River? And then she's, oh, she's still alive? Okay, so one of our employees actually has her mom.
Oh my god.
Beretta.
That's so cool.
So Beretta was an employee's dog, and he passed away. And
River's Beretta's baby.
And yep, she's the last one.
I love that. That's Jenny, right?
Yeah. So
okay, Kyle's saying the YouTube is a lot better. A few lagging bits.
It's probably a Cox issue.
Yeah.
The internet.
And then Elena says, I try to catch all the live events, but seem to miss some. Is there a way to notify sponsors ahead of the events? I'm not on Facebook a lot, so wondering if there's a way sponsors can get a heads up. Really, unfortunately, the Book of Face, Facebook, whatever, the page that we're all on, Elena, is the only way to get that information out to everyone. So I don't know what's happening over there.
I don't know.
I think you can set to notify when YouTube or TikTok goes live, and it'll give you a notification. And we do try to post in all of the social medias. I watched her be born.
How many were in that litter? Do you remember? You have to remember. I know you have baby pictures. One
of our employees that says she was actually there when River was born. So.
And River is super sweet. She's hilarious. She's actually a shadow chaser. I love to, like, when it's like dusk or whenever shadows, you can like move your hands and she'll try to catch them.
I love that. She's a shadow chaser.
I love her. Actually, when they didn't always used to be together, I had River in one kennel with another dog, and then Willie was in another spot. So there was a kennel kind of in between them, and they kind of were just like looking at each other and like trying to like play with each other through another dog. And I was like, you know what? And like both of them are pretty big. So I was nervous to like put them side by side, but it was immediately like love at first sight. And they go out together, they play together. Actually, I don't know if Diane's still in here, but Diane, one of our old employees who has now adopted Burton and recently Helix. Burton used to like go out and play with them. Like they are so cute. And Willie, like I said, he's a meaty boy.
I love that.
And
I love that big old
jiggles.
Face. No, Willie and River,
they're not adoptable.
Yeah, these are sponsor dogs. So if you're interested in sponsoring, you can go onto the website. But they're not adoptable dogs. There were 8 in the litter, and 2 were stillborn. So one of our employees saw River actually be born, and takes care of her mom still. So that's family.
That's family. See, fam
forever fam. All right, one more sponsor dog is Camo. I have a heart for Camo. I worked with Camo a little bit at Claiborne when he first came in. Camo's also a behavior dog, very reactive, I feel like. Willie and River, what a beautiful pair.
It's like The Notebook.
It is like The Notebook.
That's my favorite movie. Okay.
What I was thinking too, because we're always brainstorming ideas.
I want to set up a wedding.
And we're going to record it for Life with the Underdogs.
I know.
That's it. Done.
So Rain and Sheila are already on board because this is something we've discussed.
Okay. Don't tell it too much. That's a teaser. What do they call that? An Easter egg. That's an Easter egg for you guys to just be on the lookout for.
Oh my God. Is this really going to happen?
Yeah, okay, I'm already there. Yeah, I already visualized the whole thing. Okay.
Okay. Camo.
Kyle knows Camo as well. Camo also was at Galvez. So Camo's a sponsor dog, just newly added to the list. I wouldn't say how old do you think Camo is?
He's probably 5.
That's what I was thinking.
He's an intense boy. He is a lot better. Kyle has him at his house and has been doing a lot of work with him. We're hoping someday maybe he'll be able to be adoptable, but until then, like, he just needs a lot of training.
Yeah.
And just to be.
He's a big dog.
He's
too.
Big. He's a beefy, strong dog.
Yeah, very intimidating as well. I mean, he's just got a presence about him. He's super confident.
Yeah.
sees pigeons and is like, let me have them, you know? I mean, so it's a lot, which is why he's a sponsored dog right now. But like Jenna's saying, you know, it's always hopes that we can work with them, and Kyle's training with them. Kyle says he's one of the best hellhounds. Kyle has a house full of dogs that he works with. He calls the hellhounds.
Yep.
So
and they're more like dogs that have a little bit of like a little spice to them. So
Camo's one of those. So Camo's new on the list and doesn't have hardly any sponsors. So if anybody's interested in sponsoring Camo, you can go to the website. Perry loves Camo. We were actually wanting Camo. Why do we love bad dogs? Perry and I love bad dogs, and then we ended up with a bad dog in our care as a foster, and it's so hard. Lizzie's actually doing this cool thing where it's like a support group for people, an anonymous, like Bad Dogs Anonymous or something. I don't remember exactly. I really need to figure. I wanted to feature that actually. But if you're friends with Lizzie on Instagram, you can see what she's doing, and
I love that.
And it's a group for people who are in situations with dogs who are stressful and they don't want to get rid of them. And I think it's so wonderful because a lot of people give up on these dogs and they just need support. And maybe they've tried everything, and now this dog might just live in their house, and it's going to need a certain routine, which I mean, a dog will affect your life and change your patterns and your routine. And so she's doing something right now, and I love whatever that is. And we can feature that a little bit more in the next.
I have an idea too that I've been thinking. Yep, remind me of that.
I also have one.
Okay.
We're probably having the same exact idea right now.
Probably.
Okay, so that is it for our virtual adoption and sponsor segments. Camo looks like a Catahoula mix. I think he might be. He
might.
He's definitely
he has
like
a
bit of a
one.
Maybe it's because you listen to the dogs. They need that. We do.
They don't give us an option not to. Let me tell you about Hicks.
Yeah, that was like I picked up a Staffy is probably trying to second chance. Yeah.
It's hard. Dogs with behavioral issues. Mm-hmm. It is super rewarding though, but like you have to be extremely dedicated. Do you know what Lizzie's Instagram?
I think it's her training Instagram. It's called It's for Life dog training. It's tagged in our Instagram and most of our posts.
Thank you.
There it is. Thank you. I was just about to get on.
It's for life _dog training. And you can also like follow for training tips. You can also, if you have questions and you need help with your dog, she does everything virtually. Tia says
with
she
really
does
great
it,
prices.
Yeah. Too. Tia says she does it way less than she should.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing with Lizzie is she wants to help people and make sure that dogs are not ending up in shelters. And, with the economy, it is expensive and stuff. So she wants to make sure that people are able to get their dogs the help they need and they can keep their dogs in their homes.
And she does a great job. She did help us with our behavior dog, and I got to see her in action. It was super impressive. And Tia doesn't do any dog training, I don't believe, any longer in that form and capacity. So she does typically refer out to Lizzie when it comes to the dog training. And Kyle's also working on his dog training programs and all of that as well. So we're hoping that he's going to be able to help us more in the future. And he works with his dogs in his house and the dogs that we have. Let's see. So sponsor Kanai. And as soon as he moved to the adoption side, he moved back to sponsorship side. Yes. Kanai is one of the dogs that have flip-flopped back and forth between sponsor and adoption. But he did end up having a disease from, I believe it's dog fighting, and he's not adoptable any longer. Support systems for humans with challenged dogs, all that stuff really is changing the world. Thanks for giving us the opportunity to participate. Yeah, people need support with their dogs. It's like a child, I mean, you're going through the motions. You have a relationship with your dog. They have personalities, and their routine can change your routine. It can affect your children. And so, I think that's really important that we have people who can help. I'm actually, and I know you're interested as well, taking a training course in grief support for dogs as well whenever.
That's where my brain was going with what I was
saying. So that's something that that we're digging into a little bit further, and not only how we can help the dogs, but how we can help you guys as well. I think she has a training subscription level.
She does. I gotta ask her more about that because I don't want to like put too much
I did ask
information out there.
that, and she is always taking new Lizzie is always taking new clients, but she will talk with you and filter and see if you guys are the right fit. She might not even be what you need, but she would be helpful in getting you what you need.
My little girl has Cushing's. We actually have a new added dog to the sponsorship program that just got diagnosed with Cushing's as well. His name is Melon.
Oh, that's right. Girl, I would marry Tia Torres, I swear to God.
She does not want to get married anymore.
She's not interested.
Sorry.
She has her website listed on Instagram. Okay. So that's some training information that I think is really beneficial for you guys, those that are interested. The next segment is our Cajun kitties, and we have a big announcement to make this morning. Let's see. I did print it out. Yeah. So this is one of our cats. You might have more information. I think she showed up at one of our employees' houses.
Yeah, she showed up at an employee's house, and they kind of just were feeding her until they could get a spot. Obviously, you can't just throw cats in general population with other cats. You got to make sure they're healthy and all that. So they were kind of waiting to see if they had a spot for her. Well, this morning, bright and early, Jenny shot us a message and said, well, Mother Goose, this is her name.
Mother Goose
is a mother.
She had her babies.
You got her on Thursday. Okay. So she had her babes. So she is a mother now.
What did Jenny say? 7? Were there 7 babies?
I think she said there were 7.
Let us know, Jenny. I know you're watching.
I think she sent pictures of
I hope so. Let's see.
The whole fam.
And it's saying, let's see. We also taken a very young but pregnant cat. We named her Mother Goose. She's a sweet kitty who is still confused about how she ended up with us, but we believe she's around a year old. So this was yesterday, and that Jenny shared us this picture. I don't think anybody realized that she was going to have her kittens the next day. So we've got.
I have a picture. I can flip my phone. Hold on.
Got kittens. God, I love kittens. Look.
Got a whole little.
Oh my gosh.
Kind of shiny, but I don't know if you can see that. But
I think you can get the gist there of a mama and her kittens. We'll post this on one of our sites at some point today. So we got to announce this is her pregnancy baby announcement.
Yes. So
Mother Goose.
Mother Goose.
We do have a cat wish list on our Amazon storefront. So if anybody's interested in helping out with the Cajun kitties and the cat and Mother Goose,
Jenny needs it.
Yeah, Jenny helps us with the cat program, Cajun kitties out in the country, and we could use anything that's on that wish list. We need it. We've always had cats, but there's more and more and more happening now.
Ooh, Angie, better get with Jenny.
What'd she say?
She said, "Oh my God, there's one around my backyard that looks just like her." I don't know if you mean that she's pregnant or just physically looks like her, but oh Lord.
So also, Wild Gorgeous kitten season is in full swing. Yes. Yeah. Yep. And we're feeling it out in the country. Do you want to talk about the TNR?
Jenny also handles like the TNR program, which is trap, neuter, release. Basically, like we are helping the Assumption Parish area with trapping, vetting, fixing all of the cats. If they are able to be, adopted out or go on transport to be, get homes. We do that. If they're feral, we just make sure that they're trapped, fixed, vetted, released, so that they can't produce any more babies.
There's so many cats.
And Jenny takes care of multiple cat colonies. So I know they need food all the time, litter all the time. I'll get with Jenny after this stream and see, what kind of supplies we need for these for these babies and Mother Goose and stuff, because we'll probably have her for a bit. So
Elena's asking, Mother Goose isn't on the sponsor site yet, but if you're interested in helping, you can donate and put Mother Goose in the title.
Yeah.
And she may or may not join the sponsor list. It's just going to depend on, we just got her, really.
Yeah.
Zelda, yes, we're going to start doing these hopefully every Saturday, just like this, with each segment going through and talking about the dogs.
Yeah.
And cats. All of our pets, really, because we got wolf dogs as well. So, yeah, for our cat lovers, you can go onto the Amazon storefront. You can find that by going to the website, how you can help. And there's wish lists up there, and you can help us by sending.
Camo got a sponsor.
Oh, nice.
Love that.
Thank you. Yeah, so someone picked up Camo as a sponsor. Again, the sponsors need multiple. The dogs need multiple sponsors. So we're so thankful for that. Camo doesn't have a lot of sponsors yet. Okay, this is one of our cats that is available for sponsor, though. Mother Goose isn't on the list right now, but Ogre is. Ogre was in the newsletter this week. It says, Ogre came to us from a woman who loved him deeply, but was sadly losing her eyesight. He was always weaving between her legs, followed her everywhere, but she feared he might cause her to fall. Did we do this one last week? I can't remember. With a heavy heart, she brought him to us, wanting only safety and love for her boy. So she just couldn't take care of this pet any longer. Ogre doesn't love change, and honestly, we get it. Once he's comfy and in the groove, he's a sweet, loyal, and loves his quiet routine, but shakes things up and can get a little spicy. Me too.
Yep,
same. I might need a sponsor. So if anybody wants to sponsor, we should have. Okay.
All right. We'll get
another idea. Sponsors for Villalobos employees.
With behavioral issues.
Yeah, we're not adoptable.
No.
That is genius.
Oh my God.
I'm not adoptable and I'm not right. So anyways, okay. And action. So we made a promise for no more changes for Ogre. And so Ogre is a sponsor. Jamie's going to sponsor me. Thank you, Jamie. I really appreciate that. I'll make an Amazon wish list.
Starbucks.
You want to send me Starbucks? That basically gets me through the day. Okay.
How do I sponsor a dog?
I'm gonna just take
it's about the dog.
Okay, yeah. All right. So anyways, okay, to sponsor a dog or a cat, you can go to vrcpitbull.com. You can go to how you can help, and there's a sponsor tab there. It's a monthly donation through PayPal.
I did go as a human aggressive one on Halloween.
Jenny also needs to be sponsored.
Oh my God, this is too much.
Okay.
I'm better.
Okay.
I'm fine.
Okay, sorry. Actually, that's a great idea. You all need a little morale boost too. Yes, Erica, you're right. We do. After the week we've had, yes, we definitely need these laughs. Okay, so if you want to sponsor Ogre,
look at that cute little orange creature,
or any of the other cats, we have about 6 cats, I think, on the sponsor page. You can go to the sponsor page on the website.
We are live on YouTube too.
Yes,
that's why we keep looking that way too.
Yeah. We're not just looking off into the distance.
I mean, maybe a little bit.
Okay. This is it. Isn't it? Are we an hour and a half in? Yep. This is when
Every
we start
time
to get weird.
we get really weird.
We get weird. Okay. The next segment is called Silver Snoots, and these are our senior dogs. And the first one we're going to feature today is Geronimo. Geronimo is a senior and is available for adoption. And Geronimo doesn't have a virtual adopter either. Look at this sweet pet. So Geronimo was in the newsletter. Geronimo is an old man, 10 and a half years old. And even though his body's slowing down, he's not. It says he could spend his entire day in the water swimming and jumping after the ball. He lives for the water, like a typical lab. He loves toys, going for car rides. Geronimo's confident, but also very laid back. But he is not fond of other dogs. He wants to be the only apple of your eye. He has the sweetest soul and a good personality. Geronimo loves to please his person and sit and give paw. He also loves to pick up his empty food bowl in his mouth after he's done eating and holds it and looks at you and tries to guilt you into giving him more. That's a tactic.
That's,
you know what that's called? Smart.
Yeah.
Geronimo just wants his own home with a comfy couch and a pool in the backyard. I mean, is that too much to ask for Geronimo? I don't think so.
No.
So Geronimo is available for adoption and virtual adoption. He's part of our senior program. Our senior program is the adoption fee is waived and all medical costs are taken care of for the lifetime of the dog. Again, the senior program is for someone special who understands what adopting a senior is about.
Mm-hmm.
It is a responsibility. It's mentally hard on you. But it's about giving them a life before they pass because they're old and sweet. They got a lot of life left in them now. Now.
So, yeah, we work with Tia personally. We're
personal
assistants. She actually wants us to do lives every day.
You guys don't really answer questions over here, do you? Yeah, we do, but we are trying to have a live morning show where we're actually going over the information that we have because people want to know what we have going on. Seniors are just puppies whose faces change color. I love that so much.
Oh my god, that needs to be on the t-shirt. Okay,
Erica, that's great. Okay, I'll let you do the honors.
Okay.
This is one of our favorite seniors. I'll hold it and you go for it, girl. Own it.
So Breakfast, she lives with me. She is amazing. She is about 10, 11 years old. Seriously, is not slowing down at all.
If anything, she's getting more personality.
I swear to God.
I didn't know that was possible.
I don't know what she's like drinking from the fountain of youth or something, but Spunk.
Share your ways.
Loves kids. Loves to like lounge, take naps. She's the best nap taker. Snuggle friend. I find myself like not napping. I don't nap with her.
She doesn't find herself napping with her or anything.
No.
But she is snuggly. Like you can spoon this dog.
Yeah.
She's a whole snack.
She is.
I mean, she's not just, I love that. She's not just breakfast. She's a whole snack.
She really is. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's our next little tagline for her.
Yeah. I'm going to change that today. She loves the car. She loves people. I call her my little baby shark. Because she like smiles when I have like pictures of her where she like sits back and like her little teeth, like she smiles with her teeth. This dog is amazing. I don't know why we have her.
I got to work with her.
She doesn't like to crate, but she's actually like super, super duper behaved. Not a fan of other dogs, really.
She's the
more
best.
like selective, I guess. But like, she's a senior and like
she's a senior and she's virtually adopted.
She is virtually adopted.
So she is already virtually adopted by Sharon. So Sharon picked Breakfast up.
But she's amazing, so sweet, not slowing down.
So yeah, anybody that is looking for a senior dog and given a dog that still has a lot of life left in her, a special home, Breakfast is your girl. We're going to be pushing Breakfast probably every single day. Morning Villalobos.
Every day.
Pretty much every day. She deserves a home. I love her so much. We have a thing whenever I go to her kennel and I put my head to it and she'll put her head to it.
Yeah.
And we just have a moment. And it's like, I worked with her at Claiborne and I hadn't seen her in a while. And then I got to see her the other day and I did my head like that. And I thought, she's not going to remember that. And then she did her head like that. And I was like, my girl.
Yeah. I mean, and she's
everything.
She loves people, like just loves everything about life. And I would love for her. Like, I love her. Like, I don't like necessarily want her to leave my house, but like, can somebody adopt her and get her out of my house because
she deserves it.
She needs it. She needs space. She loves to run. She loves to play. She actually, when it snowed here, she loved the snow.
Mhm.
That was hilarious. I had her all bundled up in some like warm pajamas and a sweater, and she was freaking frolicking.
Yeah.
Frolicking.
I love her in or out. I love any dog in
Oh,
clothes.
and she loves the Pitty Clothing Company
Yeah.
pajamas, the muscle tees. She loves
She
it.
looks so good in them.
Loves
All dogs
it.
look good in those.
Yeah,
They're just
like
really good. Okay, so that's breakfast. So
That's-
someone please just adopt her, would you? I mean, is it too much to ask to get her a home? She really wants to be with someone full time. I didn't have anything for this segment or this segment.
What was that segment? Well, you can sponsor Katie.
Yeah, we have a segment for the humans, which is us. So next week we'll have a sponsor.
Where
segment.
did the name come from? Her name came from, she was actually dumped at Claiborne early in the morning, breakfast time. They were getting ready to do breakfast, and
Oh, Jamie said, I saw the raffle for a day with Tia and I lunched with Earl. Could you do a raffle? It would be fun to hang out with you both. We're a good time.
We are.
Yeah. We'll tell Tia we'll raffle ourselves off. We'll do anything for the rescue. If you haven't noticed, we give up all of our Saturday mornings to talk about dogs. Okay. Thank God we get along. Okay.
What time is it?
Yeah. What's happening? Okay. So the next segment is called Feed the Pack by Giving Back. This is how you can help donate or donate financially or your time. So last week was the first week we did the dog walking program out in the country. We had a couple people sign up and go out. Looked like they had a great time and it was successful. So if you guys are interested in doing it, there's not really like any other task but dog walking right now that's available. Erica says great idea, Jamie. Then yeah, it's just the dog walking right now. It's at the main location in Assumption Parish. It says it's Saturdays only. It's in Napoleonville. They're not offering tours, so just be prepared to walk. Make sure you're wearing like comfortable clothing. It is starting to get warm outside. By warm, I mean hot. And comfortable shoes because you'll be walking. And it says if you're local or planning a visit, they'd love for you to come out and see the location and walk the dogs in the countryside. You have to RSVP though. You can't just show up at the location on Saturday. It's volunteer@vrcpitbull.com. So that's one way you can give back is by helping us get these dogs out and getting them walked and socialized with others.
And they love it.
Yeah.
I loved the volunteer program in New Orleans, but it was hard because, we didn't really have grass or, all of that because we're in the city. We're on concrete. Mm-hmm. So for these dogs to be able to like walk and have the grass to like be able to stay cool in the water, and there's a pond right there too that they took dogs to last weekend. So yeah, it's a fun time.
Yeah, it is. And you get to meet some of the staff. You get to see some of the dogs. Do you have any dogs that don't need a yard or anything? Because I live in a condo. I mean, living in a condo isn't a total no for dogs. You know, I mean, you just would have to be available to take them out and to get them exercise. There need to be a place for you to walk and maybe dog parks if they're dog friendly.
Yeah. So just you can always apply at vrcpitbull.com. Do the adoption application, and again, like Lizzie is amazing with like her and Mariah match you with the best dog. Like we do have dogs that just are couch potatoes and just they don't really need like all of the wild, acres and stuff like that. So
yeah, not everybody. Someone's saying since people are joining in from all over the world, yes, we do see some people here from Germany. Let's see, it would be good to mention the time zone for viewing. Okay, yeah. We can do that. We're Central Time, right? Yes. Yeah. Yes. We want to confirm that. We always do this. We're Central Time.
Yeah. No, we need to be better about that.
Amsterdam here. Lots of love. Hello.
Thank you.
Okay, so the other ways that you can give back, obviously, are by donating. You can donate while we're here on the live and we'll shout you out, or you can go to vrcpitbull.com. We have all sorts of ways to donate. You can donate on PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. You can mail a check. You can email us and I can take your donation over the phone. Lots of different ways to give back. The other ways you can also donate and get something back is by ordering merchandise. You can go to our VRC Vintage thrift store and order something from there, and that way you get something, and all of that money goes back to the rescue. Elena says you're central.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Greetings from Germany. Good luck for your adoption. The other ways you can give back if you don't want to send money but you want to send supplies, you can go to how you can help on the website, and there's wish lists there. On the Amazon storefront, we get a commission, so if you order from the storefront, it's small but every little bit helps, and those things are really customized to our needs. And then there's also specific dog wish lists. I would suggest anybody go and look at the wish list that Jenna has created. They're super customized and really beneficial. It's getting ready to be hurricane season, so have we done that?
I just added yesterday. I started a hurricane wish list. Like batteries, solar light, anything that we can use for hurricane season. So I just started that yesterday. I'm still adding to that. I need to get with everybody else about like other things that we might need. But yeah, I'm doing the hurricane one. I have a cleaning supplies one. We have the TNR wish list, the cat, the wolf dog, individual ones for all the dogs. The sponsored dogs have one.
Carolyn's asking if we're limited on money. Is it better to give money or supplies? Is one better than the other?
Financially, it's just the vet bill is the thing that's constantly a stressor for us.
There's a ghost in here. Flicker your lights 2 times if you hear me.
Oh my! It just did it. No, I'm out.
There's a ghost in here. I can speak to the spirits. Okay, anyways, I sponsored Biso, was thrilled to find a Biso shirt. Maybe have merch made with other sponsored dogs. Jenna and I are talking about merch. Actually today, and I'm going to go over this later, but today after this live, Tia is going live at noon Central Time, and she is going to be signing t-shirts. A lot of the t-shirts are on sale, so go to vrcstore.dog, and you can look at all of the merch that we have. Everything, like you'll see the slash down prices on all the merchandise. Yeah. She's going to sign those. She's going to go live and sign them after us, and so that's going to be a great opportunity. We have to get rid of some of the merch that we have before we can create new designs.
And we have so many new designs that we want to.
Yeah, we want to do like a Good Morning Villalobos one. We have VRC Kids for those who watch. We have our kiddos that help with the rescue. Salem, Amelia, Michaela, Chloe, and Two's kiddos. Everybody helps out, and we've gone to some of their schools and we do little booths with them. So we want to do something like that. But then we have all sorts of ideas that we want to do. Don't go into the light, Katie. It's really tempting sometimes, to be honest with you. Okay. The next segment is I'm wearing my Texas t-shirt now. I'm wearing a Villalobos, just the basic one. She's got the Romp in the Swamp t-shirt. And they are comfortable and they last. We have
t-shirts, we have tank tops, we have sweatshirts,
books, coffee mugs, kids t-shirts, all sorts of stuff. All right, the next segment is foster files. We're at 10:30 already. The 42 dogs that they rescued a couple of weeks ago still need foster families. So you can, if you're interested in fostering, you can go to louisianadogrescue@gmail.com. And then our 90 dog fiance program, which was super successful last time, is kicking off again. The matchmakers, M2 and Lizzie, are getting all of those dogs prepared and ready. So if you're interested in doing the 90 Dog Fiance program, you can go to 90dogfiance@gmail.com and email them. They'll get back with you and y'all can figure out which dog is the best fit to foster in your home. So sorry to have Miss Tia today have to teach a class during her time. I'm sure that you'll be able to find these lives recorded and probably on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think she's doing YouTube and
she's
Facebook.
doing YouTube and the Book of Face.
Okay, so that's it for that.
And for the fostering, we're kind of looking for foster homes in the Midwest and the East.
Yeah,
side.
we're not going
to the
far west.
Yeah, we're not going west at this point in time.
And we do have some dogs. Hopefully, we'll be able to announce maybe the next few weeks that are being placed in the program. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
So yeah, how much are the vet bills roughly? M2 mentioned this the other day. I can't remember.
It's high.
It's a jaw-dropping amount.
It's a lot.
That's great if she records it. Okay, so that's so yes, if you guys can join Tia, the next segment is about merch. So yeah, if we want to be able to have new designs, we need to get rid of some of the stuff that we have. Some of the t-shirts are on sale as low as $15 right now. So and all the money goes back to the dogs. So you can go to vrcstore.dog and pre-purchase, and then you can see Tia sign your shirt at 12 o'clock Central today. So that should be right after this. I'm looking forward to that as well. And she also said that there may be some guest pop-ups. So who knows who will show up.
Do we have hoodies? Yes, we do. We have wolf dog hoodies. We have a whole bunch of different kind of hoodies.
Mm-hmm. We have Rabbit Reality, Tia, Swamp Ones. There's so much. There's a lot. There's more merch on there than I thought there was. And when Perry started redoing the website, I was going through and I had no idea that we had some of this cool stuff. And I was like, okay, I need some of these t-shirts. The next segment is Working Like a Dog. So if you're interested in working at Villalobos, you can go to work@vrc@gmail.com. Work@vrc@gmail.com. Yes, that's correct.
And the location is super rural. We
actually talked about this on the live yesterday with Anne.
And you need to be able to you have your own car. We do have some housing opportunities, but you need to have your own vehicle to get to the location, and all of that. We cannot, or even just to get down here if you're out of state. We do not cover travel expenses to come here. So
Tony says, I would pay to work at a place with pit bulls. Well, come on, Tony, put in an application then. Yeah, go ahead and email. A lot of people say that, and whenever you go through that process of hiring, they'll go through all of the ins and outs. It's so much more than you think that it would be. It's not like working at your local rescue. This is in the swamps of Louisiana, which are beautiful, but you've got to be the right person for the fit. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is the raffles. Tia has posted 2 raffles on social media. One of them is spending the day with her, which will be insane. I cannot wait. We'll be videoing and recording this entire process from start to finish. So for those who have purchased raffle tickets, the drawing will be June 1st at noon. There'll be June 21st at noon Central Time. The winners will be picked. There's going to be 3 winners, and we'll be a part of that process. Jenna and I will be available. We'll be there, and we'll be recording. It's going to be amazing to watch you guys go through that process a day with Tia. So you can go on to the Book of Face, and sign up for the raffle. I think they're $10 tickets.
And you can buy more than one.
Yeah, you can buy more than one. People are super excited about it. Ohio's Palm Mom says the hoodies are great quality. Yeah, all of the
They're
merch
comfy.
is really good quality, and they last.
We have lots of pit bulls. Too many.
Tia is the queen.
Mhm.
Yes, she is. Ain't no denying that. The second raffle is for Earl and Tony lovers. You can win a lunch or dinner date with two of the smoothest criminals. Earl and Tony. I love that. So funny to me because I've been spending more time with them, and I don't know if I would call them the smoothest, but they are hilarious. That you will be laughing the entire time. Some of the stuff that comes out of their mouth, I'm just like, I wish that we're just like recording all the time when we go out there because it's hilarious. So this is also a $10 ticket. So you can purchase more than one ticket. There will be 3 winners. Same thing. We'll be a part of that process and be recording and videoing. And that I can't wait for. That's going to be so funny. So yeah, that's the 2 raffles that we have going on right now. And we need to repost that actually. And that's a reminder for me. Okay, the next segment is the Digital Den, our social media. One thing to know is that M2's TikTok got hacked and she has a new TikTok. So you guys go over and follow her. We'll try to post, or if somebody can post her TikTok into the live stream, y'all can follow her there. Things we have going on. So we have our VRC link tree. It's not on the website yet. The link tree, I don't think, like the full link tree. So that's one thing that we need to do. But the link tree has all the things we have going on.
It's tagged in a lot of things though.
Yeah. And I think it's on our social media. That's a one-stop shop for that. Are there any shirts with Earl on them? Yes, there's actually
he created one.
He created a shirt, and then he and Tony have their own big Easy Boy shirts. And they come in purple, yellow, and green, like their Mardi Gras colors. Yeah. And Tony has his own shirt as well. So proud of Earl sticking it out and being VRC for life. Wherever you watch the first appearance and you'll be okay. Miss Tia's perfection. Yeah, Perry and I actually just recorded another Life with the Underdogs with Earl, and it's really features him. A lot of times he's kind of it's more candid, but in this episode we're talking about what it's like from moving to the city to the country, and you kind of get a better day-to-day look with Earl, and I'm really excited about showing that one.
You missed the t-shirts. The t-shirts for them are on our website, VRC.
You can go to vrcpitbull.com, or you can go straight to the store at vrcstore.dog. Okay, so we have all of our shows that we're watching, that we've recorded. So we're not obviously on TV anymore. There's no more Pitbulls and Parolees. We have what Tia calls our knockoff, which is Life with the Underdogs. You can find season 1 of that for free on YouTube and the TikTok channel. You can also find Motor Maidens, Dog Diaries, and Pitbulls, Parolee, and a Producer season 1 for free on these. So you guys watch. Just by watching actually helps us. We get money for the watches and the views. But then if you want to see the other episodes, the other seasons, I know you'll want to because they're so good. Then I think you have to subscribe.
Yeah. And I know both of the season 2 and 3 of the Life with the Underdogs are on her Patreon.
Yes. Yeah. So her Patreon platform, you can go to, you get more exclusive with that. Like you'll get emails from her on what's going on, more content, access to Tia Talk, and all of that kind of stuff. And she talks more about that. She also has her podcasts on Spotify, Tia Talk, Wild Instincts. There's a new one, I think, called Just Tia.
Yeah. And like Tia does have that raffle going where you can meet her and like do a day with her. There also is a raffle going on to where you can have a lunch or dinner date with Tony and Earl. So
yes, has Tia and her family sees production of new episodes. We are still producing new episodes of Life with the Underdogs. It's in-house though, and so you can still watch what we're doing, but we are not doing anything with Animal Planet
Animal Planet doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist anymore. Or Discovery, whatever. Is that Tia Talk or Tia Talk or Tia Talk? It is Tia Talk, which is on Spotify. And Carolyn's saying all great shows. Yeah. So if you're into podcasts, which I am, then you can go over to Spotify and it's Tia Talk, TALK, and you can watch all of her Spotify's. Perry and I have our own podcast called Rescue by Recovery, which talks about recovery and the changes that we made in our lives, and talks about wellness. Wow, podcast! I didn't know.
Yeah, yes, she has a lot of podcasts. A lot of podcasts.
Yeah. And then Tanya and I have a podcast called The Dry Cauldron. That also talks about recovery and co-parenting. I agree with Carolyn. Great show.
Country Bumpkin. She's doing the meet and greet thing.
Does she ever do meet and greets? Does she?
Not really.
She's doing this raffle.
She's doing the raffle, but
she's keeps to herself. So this whole raffle thing's kind of a big idea. Like blew me out of the water. I was like, wow, you're really putting yourself out there. But she's excited to do it and knows that it will help the rescue. The Dry Cauldron is brilliant. Oh, great. Thanks, Erica.
But she also is like extremely busy.
Yeah.
So
Carolyn says, I love the newsletter.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jenna works hard.
I work really hard.
Okay. The other things, so Big Easy Boys is on there. We have Good Morning Villalobos that is happening every Saturday. You have Mariah's show, Moto Maidens, which is amazing. You can catch. So we may not be on TV, but we are on YouTube and on these other platforms. So you can still catch our in and outs and the things that we have going on. Okay. The last segment is the Rainbow Bridge. Last week we said if you guys wanted to write in and share your Rainbow Bridge story with us, because we know how much our dogs mean to us, then you can write in and share your story. And I did get a story. Look at this baby. Aww. Oh no, now I'm losing I don't have her name. Maybe it was Erica. Erica, did you submit the story?
No. Oh yeah.
No, that's the dog's name. I didn't print it. I'm so sorry. But we're going to be featuring Sophie on our Rainbow Bridge story. This is y'all's story. So if you have a dog story that you want to share of your dog who passed away, and we'll feature it. This is Sophie. Do you want to hold that? It says, I loved Good Morning Villalobos for the first episode. It was great. So much information and education on the dogs to showcase. My Rainbow Bridge story is Sophie. Sophie passed away January 30th. 2025. I was hoping for 16 years. Oh, it's a long time. Yes, Erica. I thought so. Like Lassie, but Sophie was ready at 13. It was very unexpected as I had just gotten home from work to find Sophie trying to get up to greet me like always. Her third eyelids were up and inflamed, so she couldn't see and was struggling to stand. I was gone because she couldn't get to her pee pad. She cried for the first time ever. I never heard her in pain my life until that day. All she wanted to do was snuggle. The lights are flickering during the Rainbow Bridge section. Sophie. I adopted Sophie when she was 9 months old from the local shelter. I ended up volunteering at. She came from 2 neighbors who kept leaving her in each other's yards because neither wanted her. Look at that face. How could you not? Look at that face. Sophie wasn't my first choice in dogs, but my mother wanted her. During the meet and greet, Sophie walked into the room and looked at my family and then at me. And then she came over and sat down at the beanbag chair with me. We were inseparable ever since. When I mean inseparable, Sophie made nests with my clothes when I was at work. Aww. She ran away from home one day and found me at work. We did everything together. Sophie had a list of illnesses that the shelter never told us. I found out at first veterinary appointment that she was not a healthy dog. Sophie had a collapsed trachea, thyroid issues, and caused her to struggle to keep weight on as she got older. Digestive problems, frequent UTIs, and arthritis. Erica, you are a saint for taking this dog on.
Wow,
I'm going to cry.
I'm crying.
Okay, Sophie fought hard to keep going for me. Every veterinarian told me to euthanize Sophie throughout her life. I refused to give up on her. I used to take her to a big park and carry her around on the walking track. She was the love of my life until death do us part. 13 years, she required special care. As a senior, she was full-time care. She would wake me up frequently because she wet the pee pad I put on her bed so she could sleep. She could keep sleeping in the bed with me. I used to give her bed baths. Sophie was there through the best and worst of my life. She was there when my brother committed suicide and when my mother died of cancer less than 10 months after. She was the perfect dog. The veterinarian told me to just do what Sophie and I normally did, so I cuddled up with Sophie while the vet helped Sophie pass away peacefully. So, okay. Erica, she ripped my heart out when I lost her, the love of my life. I think it's so important to finish some of these episodes with the impact that these dogs have on our lives. You know, we're always trying to push for adoption and push for sponsor and push for this and watch our shows and do all of this, but that's because it's all about the after adoption and the relationships that they create with you in your homes. And sometimes I think we forget about that because we're so on this side of things, and you know, we don't really talk much about the relationships with the dogs, which is kind of, I think, the idea we might be thinking of today. So I want to thank you, Erica, so much for sharing that story of Sophie with us. And if anybody is watching and they have their own rainbow dog story and you guys want to feature your dog that you love that's passed away, please email me at which one of my emails? I have 75 of them. Katie? Katie VRC. Hold on. How silly is that?
I was just like
katievrc@outlook.com, and we would love to feature your pet who has passed away and give them a special memory on Good Morning Villalobos. So thank you for doing that, Erica, and sharing your story. The last rainbow dog we wanted to feature today was Angelo. Angelo is the Rottweiler that we what is the word?
We recovered during our trying to find those two dogs in New Orleans East. He unfortunately was freshly deceased within probably 12 hours of us, 12 to 24 hours of us getting there. So it was rough. We loaded him into my car. I paid for his cremation. I actually got a call yesterday that he's ready for pickup. So actually, after I leave here, I'm going to go pick up his ashes and take him home with me.
Did you share why we called him Angelo?
I don't remember.
While we were out there at the rescue mission, Kyle found a coin on the floor and he picked it up, and it happened to have it looked like an angel on it. And we flipped it over and it was Maya Angelou. Who has so many special quotes. I mean, such an inspiring woman. She wrote so many wonderful books, and it just couldn't be any more fitting. She's actually one of my favorite authors, and some of her quotes are some of my favorite quotes. And I just thought, wow, that's a full circle moment. Just a check to say, you guys are doing the right thing. And on the back of it had a woman, and it looked like it had angel wings on it. And I felt like we were doing angel work that day. Yeah. You know, I mean, we didn't get to do rescue work, but we did angel work that day, and we took Angelo with us. And so we want to just say, Angelo, you weren't forgotten on the side of the road, buddy. We took you with us, and Jenna's going to take you home. So yeah. All right.
Well, does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, any questions for us? Are you featuring dogs for Rainbow Bridge Not Cats? No, we'll feature any pet.
Yeah.
Any pet. It doesn't have to be even a dog or a cat. Anybody that had a special animal in their life. Sophie, you were a blessed dog. So glad he found you, even though it was traumatic. He needed you to set him free. Yeah. It couldn't have been any more full circle to that it was a Rottweiler, you know, and that we were all going out on this mission together, and the Rottweilers are Jenna's thing. So there's a lot of little moments throughout that whole day that just kind of solidified what are I don't know, I almost needed that mission centered moment of we're doing the right thing, you know. And,
I mean, it was definitely extremely hard for us.
Yes. Perry said is one of the hardest things he's ever experienced because, I mean, just taking the dog with us and he had jumper cables on him and everything. I mean, and then seeing all the other deceased dogs that we couldn't bring with us because they weren't in the same, they weren't in movable condition.
No.
It was one of the hardest rescues because we didn't rescue, I mean, we rescued
we recovered a body, but we didn't.
Okay, if we were to come out there and adopt a dog from you, how far do you guys come out?
So for adoptions, you go to the website, fill out an application. Lizzie, we live in Illinois. Okay, so you are kind of like close to us. So like currently right now we're doing our 90 dog fiance foster program. If you email I don't remember what the
90dogfiance@gmail.com.
Yeah. You email, say you're like interested in fostering. We do like, I guess we are doing like a foster to adopt situation. If it's the right dog. The 90 dog fiance thing is actually perfect because you get to like live with the dog. You get to, we pay for everything while they're in foster care. And then if you like, are like, oh, I love this dog, I want to foster fail. Like you're the first one to,
Guess Norway's too far away.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. And Illinois is actually in our route for this. We want to go Midwest or to the East because we do go to those areas more frequently than the West because we have transport partners in those areas. So just email. And, if you see a dog that you like or are interested in, you can throw that as an option. But Lizzie and Mariah are amazing at picking up the right dog for you and your home and, like your lifestyle. So we do still do house checks for adoptions. We will never just, drop off our dog to you and drive away. We will check your yard. We will check, if you don't have a house, we will check, your area. We check everything because we want our dogs to be set up for success. We want them to stay in their homes. And, that's our responsibility to make sure that we, check all those boxes so that we're leaving our dogs in situations that we know are good for them. Are we looking for fosters in New York? We do go to New York. So if you did email
90dogfiance@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I know Tia loves Norway. Does that give us a little chance? You could come here.
You can come visit.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I think that is it for today. We're right at 2 hours again. So we really are so thankful that you guys are joining us on Saturday mornings. If anyone wants to send a rainbow story, where should they send it? You can send it to katievrc@outlook.com. Thank you, Jen. I love Sophia. So yeah, if you have any stories you want to share, if you have any questions, even you can send it to katievrc@outlook.com, and Jen and I will get back with you on those questions. Anything that you heard today, that would be a good generic email if you have questions to go to. We'll also post notes in the show notes. That way you can, anything we talked about, there'll be links in there. Thank you for doing this. You guys are so welcome. We actually really enjoy doing this. We work really hard during the week to try to finalize everything going on and then be able to give it to you on Saturday in one place. Are you fostering to Massachusetts?
Yes.
Yes.
If you're in the Midwest or you are in the East, oh no, not again.
Battery's dying.
Midwest or East Coast, that's our route for the 90 Dog Fiance program. Again, we will pay for everything for our dog while it's in your care. If you choose to foster fail, a lot of our dogs have foster failed.
Yeah.
Because
secretly love that.
And that's how good Lizzie and Mariah are at picking these dogs for you. So yeah, I mean,
it's the best way to do it if you're going to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Jamie, thank you both. Jamie, thank you for sponsoring me. You're the best. Okay. All right. Well, I think that wraps it up for Good Morning Villalobos today. We hope everyone has a wonderful day. Make sure you stay tuned. 1 hour, 12 o'clock Central Time. Tia will be going live on both YouTube and on
Book a Face.
You can purchase merchandise during that time, I believe, and you can pre-purchase it now at going to vrcstore.dog, and she will be signing that merchandise for you. All of it is on sale, as low as $15, which is a really good deal. All of the money goes back to the rescue. So make sure you stay tuned for that coming up in just a little bit. Hopefully y'all will have a wonderful day.
And the more we get out, the sooner we can bless you with some new merchandise.
Yeah, so y'all go and get some of those things and clean house and
help us.
Help the dogs. All right. Well, I like to say it takes a village. Thanks for being a part of ours.
Thank you, guys.
And have a wonderful day. Bye.
Bye, guys.
This is that moment where we say bye, but we're still here because we don't know how to turn it off.
Have a great Saturday.
In the stream. And goodbye.
And goodbye.
Signing off.
Yeah.